Rangers have made it through to the quarterfinals of the Premier Sports Cup against Alloa Athletic, but it wasn't easy, and in fact they almost got stung by the Wasps. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football, here to review Rangers Alloa Athletic. It was 4-2 at Ibrox. Rangers went through, but in all honesty, they once again look shit. They look like a team that is getting worse, and I actually think they got pretty lucky with that penalty decision, but I'll talk about that in a minute because I know it's going to divide people. You've got the green side saying that it is never a penalty, and you've got the blue side saying it's the most stonewall penalty I've ever seen. I'm not convinced, but before we get into the game, just need to address something. Yes, Hearts have been knocked out the Premier Sports Cup. The league leaders in Scotland, the best team in the country right now, have been knocked out the Premier Sports Cup. And yeah, we were shite, you know. It is what it is. In fact, no, we weren't shite. It was a game against St Mirren. I knew it was going to be a tough game in Paisley. St Mirren are always good, especially at home. And I think the fact that they haven't had a great start to the season, results-wise, they were going to be up for it. I think that made the game more difficult. And they won on penalties. It happens. I'm upset, but we move on, you know. I'll take losing both cups if Hearts win the league. Simple as that. But let's talk about a team that truly is rubbish. Let's talk about Rangers, because I do think they are getting worse. They might have scored 4 goals, but they conceded 2 against Alloa Athletic. And, you know, the goals themselves, there was a couple of good ones in there, and I guess there was some not so good ones, and I guess there was a dodgy one as well. But defensively at the back, Rangers conceded 2 against Alloa. Maybe could have conceded more. Alloa didn't get the ball forward that much, but when they did, Rangers looked in trouble. I just don't really see the signs that this team's getting better, and it probably should. Game by game, they should be improving. Game by game, they should be looking better, and the Russell Martin effect should be coming into these players, coming into the team, and you should be seeing them progressing, and they aren't really doing that. Even though they did score 4 goals, like I said, listen, it's only a 2-goal win at the end of the day at home against Alloa. Some people might say, well, they made 10 changes to the team, and they did, but it was still a decent Rangers team out there, and it was still a team that should be taking care of Alloa. Celtic made changes, and they beat Falkirk 4-1. Now, you could argue there's only 1 goal in there, but I would argue there's 2 divisions between Falkirk and Alloa. So, yeah, I know, honestly, I mean, look, Celtic were 4-0 up against Falkirk, and the game was at a sight. When Falkirk scored, it was a consolation at best. Alloa were right in this game up until like the 4th goal, which came in I think the 89th minute. Alloa were right in this. You know, they went behind, they got back on level terms. Then they went 3-1 behind due to that penalty. They got a goal back. It was 3-2 going into the last couple of minutes. So, I mean, this game was never really out of sight until Rangers scored the 4th. And that, to me, is just unacceptable against a team against Alloa. Also, it was a pretty half-empty Ibrox here. A lot of empty seats. But can you blame the fans when the performance is this shite? I mean, probably not. But, I mean, let's get into the game here. Fair play to Alloa. They did play pretty well, and they caused problems. And if you score 2 goals, you're giving yourself a chance, but they conceded 4, so in the end, they lose. That's how it works, guys. If you concede more goals than the other team, you fucking lose. But listen, it was a good performance. They weren't really expected to win. I think that, I'm not saying they would have took a 4-2 defeat, but they did themselves proud. Anyway, let's talk about the game. So, 10 changes being made. It was a bit of a strange looking Rangers lineup, in a sense that, you know, you've got Dowell in. Well, I guess Dowell has been playing lately, but Dowell, Danilo, Barami, just players that in the last season or the 2 previous seasons just have not hit the heights. But here, who knows? Maybe under Russell Martin, they're going to be mainstay players. They could be first team players. Martin seems to love Dowell. He's got a massive hard-on for Dowell. I don't quite understand it, but he thinks Kieran Dowell is the shit. Everyone else just thinks he's shit, but for some reason Martin thinks he's, I don't know, the greatest thing ever. I mean, if Dowell was spreadable, Martin would probably put him on his fucking toast. Toast and shite. That's what Martin has in the morning for breakfast. Anyway, you'd Rothwell in there. You'd Rice in there. I mean, Rice... Rice's defending, by the way, for that opening goal was shocking. Cortez and at left back, it was just weird. And you look at that left back position for Rangers, man. With I believe, I don't know, is he gone yet? Is Jeff Day gone? He could be gone. Looks like Yilmaz hasn't got a future at Rangers either under Martin. They desperately need to bring in a left back. You can say Aarons can play there, but anytime we've seen him play there, he's looked really crap. So I think Rangers are in trouble. I think they do need to bring in a left back. But yeah, opening goal, great goal, no doubt about it. Barami puts it in the top bins. There's been a lot. There's been a lot of good goals scored lately in Scotland or by Scottish clubs, whether it be Europe or domestic or league or cup. There's been a lot of good goals lately, and this Barami one was very good. And you know, he should have this kind of quality in his locker because he did cost $4.5 million, but he has been a failure at Rangers. So when he scored this, wasn't really expecting it, but it was a good goal nonetheless. So fair play to him. That gave Rangers the lead. And it was. I don't know if it was a deserved lead, but Rangers did dominate like the opening 15, 20 odd minutes. They had all the possession and weren't really doing that much with it, to be fair. But here, this is a great strike for Barami, so I think that deserves to put Rangers 1-0 up due to the quality of the goal itself. And then we get Alloa with equaliser down the right hand side. Rice just decides to let his man go straight into the box. No idea what he's fucking doing. I mean, it's the worst. I would call it a tackle, but it really wasn't. I think it was at Buchanan. I think it's Buchanan. He just lets him run straight into the box. Buchanan hits a shot. Liam Kelly makes a save. The ball then comes to another Alloa player. It might have been Rankin. He hits it. And then it's a bit of, ping pong in the middle here. And then Liam Kelly goes to try and clear the ball, and he just punts it off Joe Rothwell's head and goes into the back of the net. Comical defending here. But you know what? Probably Alloa, I think, just due to how shite the defending was, you could argue they deserved it. Because, honestly, Rice was shocking. That attempt I don't even know you would call it a tackle, but it was garbage for him. So 1-1 at this point, and you're thinking, well, what the hell is happening here? Rangers do get back in front, though. Fernandez, he gets his first goal for the club. Free kick comes in. I think it was free kick. Header into the back of the net. Gives Rangers a 2-1 lead. And then we get into the second half. Rangers make some changes. Tavernier comes on because I guess penalty to Rangers was coming, so Tab needs to be on the pitch to score that. And then the penalty happens, right? Now, people are saying that this guy has denied a tap-in. This guy has denied a clear goal-scoring opportunity and whatever. I don't think he has. And if you look at the penalty proximity rule, his hand, he is so close to the ball. His hand is so close to the ball when it's struck. There's barely any distance between the ball being struck by Danilo and the hand of the Alloa defender. I think it was it Tiger? I don't know who it was. I'm not going to lie. No, O'Donnell. It was O'Donnell. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go with O'Donnell. Maybe it wasn't him, but anyway, there's like about a foot at the most, a yard at the most between. And it's even less than that. It's probably like half a yard between the ball being struck and the ball hitting the guy's hand. I thought the whole proximity handball rule was to take away these kind of decisions. And another thing, when you actually look at it from the angle behind, now, it's impossible, I guess, to tell 100%, but it doesn't look like Danilo's attempt is going in. It does not look like Danilo's shot, or I don't even know if it was a shot. Maybe he's trying to play it back into the... I don't know what he's doing, but it looked like to me this was not on target. So a combination... It's not like he's... If this is on the line and it's hit his hand and it stopped the ball from going in, even if you argue the proximity rule, I don't really care for that. I think that should be a penalty. But on this occasion, I mean, it's not right on the line. The ball doesn't look like it's going on target. I don't think that he has stopped a goal with this handball. To me, without the handball, it's off target. It looks like it's going out for a throw-in or at the very, maybe it's going back into the danger zone or something along those lines. But it doesn't look like the initial contact from Danilo is going to direct this ball into the back of the net. And like I said, the distance between the ball being struck in the hand of the Alloa defender, it's so close that I think it fought under the whole proximity handball rule. I don't think this is a penalty, but it was given. And I know there's no there's no like impartialness, man. There's Celtic fans are claiming it was never a penalty. Rangers fans are claiming it's a stonewall penalty. It would be actually nice to hear, people being non-biased and actually giving their discussion about the incident. I am genuinely confused because I think under the rules this is not supposed to be a penalty, but it was given. So yeah, I am confused. I get it. It's a handball in the box, but I don't think this is denied a clear goal scoring opportunity. And I think because of the close proximity between the strike and the hand, then I don't think it should count. But either way, Tavernier steps up, he scores it, and you're thinking, right, well, that's killed Alloa off. But no, Alloa get another goal back. I think a header was off the crossbar and then tapped in. I think it may have been a header off the crossbar, then Taggart was there to tap it in. Just more poor defending for Rangers. This made it 3-2 with 10 minutes to go. Thinking they've got a chance here. But then, here, Finlay Curtis comes on, and he should have probably started. I don't know why Finlay Curtis is getting reduced game time, but he got brought on with 6 minutes to go, and he hit a really good strike into the corner of the goal, went off the post. I don't get it. He's scoring. He's played well when he has got game time. You'd think he'd be rewarded for that, but for some reason he's just massively dropped down the Martin pecking order. And I get it. Look, Martin's brought in players. If he's bringing in Gazama and he's bringing in Ant-Man, and if he's bringing in Moore, then he's less likely to play Curtis. And I get that. But why the fuck can't Curtis start over a Kieran Dowell? I can accept him not starting over Ant-Man and stuff, but for Curtis not to be able to start over Kieran Dowell, I personally just don't get it. And I don't understand what kind of leverage Kieran Dowell has on Russell Martin. But look, guys, the game finished 4-2. Say what you want. It wasn't a great performance for Rangers. They're into the next round. I guess at the end of the day, that's all that truly matters. But yeah, it was another poor performance here. I predicted 3-1, so I mean, technically I was kind of right. I was a goal off with either team, but I did go with a 2-goal difference, and that's how it ended up. So yeah, if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not here to kiss anyone's arse. I don't think it was a penalty. It is what it is. And I just know that everyone that supports the blue team is going to be like, what you talking about? You're retarded, this and that. Oh, it's a stonewaller. It's the most stonewall penalty I've ever seen. I don't think it is. Read the rules. I don't think that is a penalty. But anyway, maybe we can have a discussion about it. A civil discussion. Who knows? But yeah, Rangers are through. Hearts are not. Fucking sucks, but is what it is. We'll get them next time, as they used to say in Call of Duty. Anyway, guys, that's it. This Russell Martin team, I don't see them beating Club Brugge. I think they could get... I think it could be an embarrassing scoreline. I hope I'm wrong, because the Coefficient Cup means a lot, but this Rangers team right now, I'm not convinced that they're going to do much against Club Brugge on the midweek. But we'll see. Fingers crossed they can do it for Scotland. Until next time, though. Peace.